you will notice that we're now using a very large reclaim tub for our clay, and on the counter beside the reclaim tub are spray bottles of water, and inside the tub we break up the clay pieces into small or flattened pieces, and then when you throw yours in, give it a spray so that it looks a little bit shiny, and it'll help keep it moist for later. To make your handles, just a little chunk of clay, probably something to that size. So now we're ready to build a handle for the mug. First thing you'll need to do is make sure that you've completed the mug and the base of it. You want to press in just a little bit so you have a foot here, and I've rounded this edge, and you'll notice that it goes in slightly. It's not wider than the base of the mug, so I've kind of shaped that and smoothed it out here the best that I can. Now this is where I put my seam together, and I've smoothed all of this area here, but that's where my handle's going to go. Okay, so now the first thing I want to do in making my handle is I'm going to combine the clay, and you don't have to roll it in your hands a lot. This is probably too much, so I'm going to split it in half because I can do a couple of different styles of handles and see. I'm going to just compress it with my hand a little bit, not try to work it too much, and then I'm going to roll it on the table. The idea here is I want to make a handle that is going to be no longer than 6 inches, and I want it to be kind of a carrot shape, so it'll be thick on one end and thin on the other end. And my ruler, if I measure from here to here, I'm just a little bit long there, so I'll take a knife and cut that to measure about 6 inches. I want to make this one side flat, so instead of keeping it pure round, I'm just going to kind of flatten it by dropping it. You can still hang on to the end, but you'll see the shape of it. It's narrow in one end and it's thicker on the other end. Okay, so then the flat side is where my hand is going to grip the handle. So I'm going to kind of smooth it with my fingers to curve it, to round it. And this will then attach onto my mug. I've cut this end flat. I can score and slip it, and it'll attach level at the top, and then the other side will attach at the bottom. And I can curve this up if I need to. I want to try and feel how it's going to feel on my hand, but you can see that a 6-inch handle is a very large handle, so you could even make it a little smaller if you want a smaller handle, but it doesn't take that much clay, and this should be a fairly comfortable handle. There are other things that you could also do. I'm going to divide this piece into two chunks and compress them. I could even go to 3 if I wanted to, but I'm just going to do it as a twisted handle rather than a braided handle. So I can roll this out with the palm of my hand so it gets thinner. And then I'm going to do the next one. And I want them to be no longer than 6 inches. Cut them off here and here at the ends. Okay, and I can then take these, I can smooth that together to make it like it's one piece, so you can't see where the one starts and one ends, and then I can take them and just twist them. You'll see that it's gotten pretty thick here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this end and kind of roll it just a little bit to make the end go together and to thin it out. Make sure it's only 6 inches long. And this will be my curved end for my handle. And this can go on solid like this, and the curved part goes like that. So it would attach something to that effect. So you want to make sure that you're attaching this when you score it and slip it. You need a lot of slip to get it to stick, and you're going to go right on that line where your cup kind of joined together. And this can go there. I'm going to make mine actually, I'm going to bend it in so that it's like that. Then like that, sort of a question mark. And use a scoring tool. Really score it, really rough it up. So it looks really rough. And then add a lot of slip to it. And then press a little bit. Don't get carried away. You don't want to smash your cup. And press. You may have to hold it there for just a little while. You don't have to smooth it on. You're just pressing it to get it to hold, let the slip start to stick. And it's good to go. I don't need to really smooth that out or anything. If you have a little bit of the slip that's oozed out, you can wipe it off, but you don't really need to try and smooth it or anything.